Time. It's more than a linear path. It's a prism of endless possibilities. And this is the timeline where you chose to listen to 3D Rivals. My name is DJ, and as always, I am joined by my co-host, my sister Destiny with two E's,
What's up?
my brother Derek,
What's up?
and
One E's
our friend Dan.
with no E's. What's going on?
That's right, no E's and Dan. Wait, what if it was an E?
And Dan?
And
Would it just be
it's silent,
Dan
two
then?
silent E's at the
Yeah,
end of
the
Dan.
E at the beginning. No, E at the beginning.
Oh, and Dan.
Yeah, Edan.
Right. His name
The
would be
E's.
spelled EDAN. The E is silent.
All right,
We
so
put it at the end. It's Edan.
So we're talking about what if episode number 2, what if T'Challa was a Starlord? Which turned out to be more interesting than I thought it would be. This was
definitely
definitely
was.
interesting. So basically, I was wondering how they would go about it. I'm like, how do you change the timeline where they abducted T'Challa instead of Peter Quill, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out that Yandu didn't go himself, but he sent his idiot
Taserface and the other
Oh,
dude.
it takes her face.
he sent them and they picked up their own kid. And it actually made sense to why they went to Wakanda, because Wakanda had like a bunch of space energy, whatever, because of the vibranium that was there. So I was like, huh, interesting take, but believable.
Very, very.
And so
Yeah.
and we went on from there with T'Challa being Star-Lord. So what did y'all think overall about this episode?
I think, you know how last week we were saying, like, oh, this is just Captain America all over again.
Mm-hmm.
I do like how this was completely different. This didn't turn out to be Guardians of the Galaxy 2.0.
Right.
And I felt like at the same time it was believable, but then also threw in some things I was like, like Thanos is good now?
I'm going to get to the Thanos
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
It was funny though, because everybody was like, when he was playing, they were like, it sounds like genocide to me.
Like,
He was
that's
like,
just
Sound like
genocide.
genocide.
He was like, no.
Yeah, but it will be completely random. So it's like, no, it's still genocide, Thanos.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, I did like this episode more because it wasn't just Guardians of the Galaxy again.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
It
Yeah.
was something completely different. Changing that one thing made it completely different. Captain Carter, while it was different, it was basically the first Avenger again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even
Right,
down
right.
to them having to say goodbye to each other, just roles flipped. So this was way more interesting because apparently T'Challa being Star-Lord changes everything. Like,
You're like, seriously.
seriously changes everything. So
Especially
apparently,
with
Well, I like the,
like on,
the
what's his
concept
name?
because of him being like more charismatic than Peter Quill. You know, so it's just like people take to him
Mhm.
and he's able to have a positive influence on people.
yeah.
So I thought that was very interesting and cool concept.
I
Yeah.
did that.
Whereas people took Peter Quill as being annoying and a doofus.
Idiot.
So it's like, yeah.
I think it fits the character of T'Challa, right? You know, like that is pretty much his character. So I thought that was pretty good. Plus, he started helping people and convinced the Ravagers to help people instead of just stealing. So basically, he was like Space Robin Hood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they ended up being. Yep.
Yeah, which is pretty dope. And so you had I forget his name in the movies, but Jaimin Hasu's character.
Yeah.
Korath? I think it's Korath. I think that's it. Yeah,
I think you're close. Yeah, I think that might have been.
he's like fanboying for Star-Lord that like throughout the whole show. That was kind of funny. And then basically you had that, and then yeah, I think my only problem, like Destiny with two E's mentioned, was Thanos. I had two issues with Thanos. One, I was like, does T'Challa talk Thanos out of his plan? I don't know if there was talking Thanos out, but I guess it depends on how
Right.
early he got to him. I feel like this was plans that were decades going.
It's kind of a stretch.
Yeah. It's kind of a stretch. My second issue with Thanos was he seemed a little bit depowered in this.
Yeah, because he got mollywopped by his people, or what was supposed to be his people originally.
Yeah, the
Like,
Black Order. Yeah, I was like, the Black Order I don't think they can beat Thanos.
The Black
No.
Order was a lot stronger in this than they were in Infinity War.
That's true. Yeah, they were much stronger.
Yeah,
But the voice acting was better in this.
a lot
episode.
better. I didn't have any issues.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There were some.
I would agree.
I think Benicio del Toro. I don't think he did as good of a job.
Was
voice
that
acting.
him?
Yeah, that was him.
Was that him?
Yeah.
I was going in thinking it wasn't him.
I wasn't- I
Yeah,
didn't-
'cause
I didn't know it was him.
There was points where I'm like, is that Benicio del Toro? But yeah,
I don't remember seeing his name in the credits.
I'm could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that was. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that can't be him. It was like close, but I'm like,
I don't think it was him.
Okay. Well. Yeah. So you had a couple of people show up. Drax's family didn't die,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
Thanos.
Because Thanos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Never attacked that. So I was like, oh, okay. So he didn't have that issue. Since he stopped Thanos early on, Nebula didn't have all of the enhancements that she has in our movies.
Right.
Yeah, she actually
Yep.
still has hair.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. I think the only thing she had was the cybernetic eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
And there was no Gamora because he didn't destroy her planet either.
So he didn't kidnap her.
yeah, so Gamora wasn't kidnapped. Interesting. See, if he would have kidnapped Nebula, I think if he's at the point where he kidnapped Nebula and Gamora already, I think he would have kidnapped Gamora first.
Was Nebula also kidnapped?
Yes. She's not his real daughter.
I know that. I was just wondering, did she get there the same way Gamora did?
They don't tell us.
They do not.
They'll never explain it.
Like you said, it depended on what time he came in at. But if Thanos been around for like so long, I feel like it was like pretty well entrenched in him. Like, you ain't gonna do that unless you get to him when he's a baby, like War Machine was saying, and strangle him.
I think
Like,
you
it
would have
just
had
ain't gonna
to have
happen.
saved Thanos' planet in order to stop him from doing that.
Was Titan still
True.
around?
Yeah, obviously not, because Thanos had a plan to destroy the.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I think that was interesting. I think that was just kind of a way to like, oh, hey, what if we put Thanos in to kind of throw everyone for a loop?
Yeah, and you had Josh Brolin doing the voice acting.
I was surprised.
Yes, I was very surprised by that.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good. But they wanted to steal something from the Collector, who is jacked now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Collector was like,
Yeah.
the Collector was Thanos, and Thanos was the Collector.
But basically, since there was a power vacuum, the Collector took Thanos' spot because Thanos wasn't doing his Thanos thing.
Yeah. And that's very believable because, I mean, no one's paying attention to the Collector, like, in the MCU or, like, in the comic books. Like, they don't pay attention to him right away. But it's like, dude, he's collecting the last of everything. It's like, no one's questioning how this dude is getting this stuff.
You know what I didn't get? If Wakanda was still there, how did he get that Wakanda ship?
Oh, okay. So
Sure.
since they knew T'Challa got abducted, they advanced to space travel in Wakanda. So that was a Wakandan spaceship, not a because
Okay.
they went out to look for T'Challa. Which I don't know if someone got abducted. I don't know if I would go out and look for him because it's space.
Right. Like
Where do I go?
Yeah.
Like I don't like we leave Earth and I'm like okay. Huh.
Yeah.
What direction, guys? Because
Like-
there is 360 degrees plus how many degrees is in a sphere we can go? I don't know, but
Yes,
It's
infinite
isn't it?
possibilities. Yeah.
Yeah.
so
It is.
yeah, I don't know about that, but I think that's the premise. They advanced to space travel, so that was the Wakanda
And then
spaceship.
he stole their ship?
Yeah,
Okay.
probably killed the Dora Milaje that was on it.
Okay.
The Collector had a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, everything.
Captain America's shield, so apparently killed Captain America. I don't know. Apparently, without the
Right.
Black Panther, Captain America dies. and
a
so does
stretch.
Thor because Mjolnir was there. And I'm like, how did he get Mjolnir on to the display?
Ooh.
Yeah, like how do you lift up?
Ooh,
How do you lift it up if
interesting
you ain't
point.
worthy?
What
Very
if?
Or
interesting.
if I don't know, would it ripple out this far? But because T'Challa was Star Lord, Thor never got the enchantment put on to the hammer.
You putting a lot of power on T'Challa.
Thanos didn't want to destroy half the universe anymore. So,
Yeah, that's not enough amount of power there.
I don't know. I don't think like it wouldn't seem like it would affect Asgard, even though he's out in space. I don't think that would affect
I
Asgard.
don't.
But
Yeah, I would have to say no to that.
yeah, but he had Thor's hammer,
He did.
plus a dagger from the Dark Elves. He had Hela's helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what's that about?
I'm like, bruh, all right. But yeah, I don't know. This episode was really interesting to watch.
Yeah, I don't think they can explain all of that. How he had all them pieces.
I
But,
think it doesn't make sense. I think they were just throwing that in for us because some of the stuff doesn't make sense. Like, how does
Yeah.
he get that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but it kind of in the what if
Yeah, I
episode, it
was
kind of doesn't
thinking that.
matter. It's like, hey, this is here.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
One thing I will say about this episode, different from the first one. The first one made me wanted to see like a second part.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, then what happens? This one didn't. I mean, this one was good, but the first one, I'd like, oh, I kind of want to see what else happens.
Yeah, I have to say about this episode. It may seem like the galaxy was better off with T'Challa being Star Lord, but I'm gonna say nope. It's probably the worst idea ever because Ego now is gonna goop up all of the universe with all his goopy stuff.
Well, didn't he
Yeah.
come and snatch up Peter anyways?
Huh?
At the end.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ego snatched up Peter, thus saying like you might have thought this was a better timeline, but now that Peter doesn't have the Guardians of the Galaxy or Ravager training, how does he stop Ego from using him?
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
That and
and is he gonna want to?
Right? Yeah, he probably
Like
just
he
joins
might
up.
agree. He might agree with his dad.
yeah.
Yeah,
That and who's Black Panther now?
Oh, that's a good
we
question.
don't know.
I don't even know because his parents was on there and they didn't seem a lot of Black Panther like. So,
Yeah.
is there a Black Panther?
There has to be.
Shuri.
Yeah,
I think they keep it in the family, right?
Yeah. Well, she got to win the
it
fight.
does stay in the family.
No. That's for King.
That's for the king.
Or it
Yeah.
could be
Black Panther and King is separate.
Okay.
It could be Killmonger.
I mean,
Yeah.
that
Because do he leave? Do his father? Do his uncle get killed
Oh,
now?
does he kill his uncle now? Oh, that's a
that's a good
man.
point.
Yeah.
That could have been That would be interesting to explore.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah, true enough, because he was sent over here though to spy, though, right?
Right. So
Yeah,
maybe
He sent
he.
the extra spy.
but T'Challa was young, probably about the age that Eric was in Black Panther. So maybe he didn't go kill his brother.
Because he was
Because he
looking
was
for
looking
himself.
Because he
T'Challa.
was searching for him. Yeah,
Could be.
Wow, you bring up
Yeah.
a really good point.
it has a ripple effect.
Yeah. But anyway, I say that timeline's doomed and Ego is going to goop up everything.
Yep.
I mean, it could because Ego's not dead now. He still finds Peter.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, who stops him?
Yeah.
The Ravagers.
So maybe he's
When?
So
After they
maybe
find out, when the goopy stuff starts taking over all the planets?
They still got Thanos though.
I was going to say, so maybe he's the Thanos of this universe. He's the main villain.
But the thing is, who finds out about Ego? Like, how do you know it's Ego? They only knew it was Ego because it was Peter and his group of, like, in the Guardians. Like, how do we know that it's Ego? You're not going to know until the stupid seed he planted on the planet starts bursting, right? So,
Yeah.
and even then, how do you go, oh, this is Ego?
Do you really
It's got
need to
Ego
know
written all over
who's doing it? I mean, if there's this gooey stuff spreading across the world. Like, do I care that it's him?
Well, that's what I'm saying. How do you stop him?
I don't know. Water? Freeze it? I mean,
Or,
it's
yeah.
looking like glue. So
I don't know. I don't know what that was. I think they couldn't think of what to do.
But maybe, right? But maybe that's not the same concept anymore either. You got to think,
why
No,
would
no,
it
like,
no.
change?
He planted that before Peter was abducted. So that's
Yeah,
the
that
same.
one. Yeah, that'll stay the same.
It has to be, and it has to be after he was after Peter was abducted. Everything after that would have changed.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting. Nebula sounded different, even though that was Karen Gillan.
She did.
She did sound different.
she didn't.
Well, I think because in the movies they make her more robotic.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but yeah, apparently she likes T'Challa. She calls him Cha Cha.
Cha cha.
I'm like, oh, is that his name?
Cha
Cha
Cha.
cha. Well, cha cha. Johnny loves Chachi.
Okay. That's a movie we're never reviewing.
What
Not.
We gotta do a Ben Stiller movie.
One day we probably will do a Ben Stiller movie. Yeah. All right. Any other thoughts about this episode? Anybody?
No, I think that covers it all.
Yeah. That's some interesting points. What if it's seeming it's turning out to be really interesting, and then this episode makes me think like the rest of the season is going to be pretty good.
We're only 2 episodes in. There's bound to be a bad episode. And it's usually the third
And
one.
I think it's going to be connected to, I think. Or they're going to use the heroes like at the end.
You think? Because I don't. This isn't connected to Captain Carter.
Yeah. Unless this is happening at the same time as Captain Carter. No, this is a completely different timeline.
Because Captain America's shield is in this, so Captain America existed.
True. Yeah, you're right about that.
These are all different.
Yeah, they're all different. I mean, I think you could have them go to another timeline or whatever. I think what Marvel's going.
I keep seeing stuff with like all of them in it, like pictures with all of them in it. But maybe that could just be for like what if.
Yeah, another what if episode.
It could just be a poster for what if.
Yeah, but I think what Marvel's going to do is characters that the audience really respond to in the what if episodes, they'll have move over to the MCU. Like, oh, they came through a wormhole and now they're here, like they did Miles Morales for the regular Marvel comics. So I think that's basically what it is, like a proving grounds for, oh, people really like this person. We'll throw them in the MCU movie or something.
I feel that.
They also could revisit some in like short cameos in the Doctor Strange movie.
Oh yeah, they could do that. I don't think they will though. Honestly, for one, we don't need it, and I don't want it.
No. I mean, like, I'm not saying it's necessary, but since we were talking about like whether they would use it or not, I'm saying there's a way they could do it.
I would rather they didn't.
Fair enough. Okay. Cool. Well, that was our thoughts on the second episode of Marvel What If. And let us know what you thought. Do you want to see them interconnect or enter the MCU, or would you rather just see these one-offs like, hey, this could happen, which seems really fun. So let us know in the comments below, because YouTube likes comments. And
YouTube likes likes.
They do like likes as well, so leave a like.
Leave a like. We like likes too.
And our sponsor today is the subscribe button. So subscribe and make the subscribe button happy by subscribing to our channel. If you're listening to us in podcast form, make sure you leave a rating and a review wherever you listen. And we definitely appreciate that. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.